Pixar's latest short is more than just a fun viewing experience. Welcome to Ms. Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 5 facts about the Pirl Pixar short. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at everything you need to know about this much talked about short film. Number 5. It's part of a series. Pirl is actually not part of the regular slate of Pixar shorts, being the first release in a new series called Spark Shorts. The concept is that Pixar employees get 6 months and a small budget, and are able to let their creativity run loose without the constraints of a more standard production.
These are really personal stories.
The end result is something that's outside the box, and looks different from what we've come to expect from the studio.
So that's why we call them Spark Shorts and not just Pixar. We want to discover that new creative spark. And it allows us to start thinking about the future storytellers, the future directors, the future producers. Who are they?
Other shorts in the series include Smash and Grab and Kit Bull. And there are several more scheduled to be released on Disney Plus later in 2019. Number 4. The voice of Pirl has given voice to other Pixar characters.
Thanks! I still think it's unbelievable that I'm really here!
If you feel like Pirl's voice sounds familiar, then we challenge you to identify the other Pixar characters who share it. You'd have to be a pretty serious fan to figure this one out, so we're gonna tell you. Brett Parker is an animator and voice actor working with Pixar, who's given voice to characters like babysitter Kari McKean in The Incredibles and the subsequent short film Jack Jack Attack.
Good. Campfire.
She also played the trailer mom in Monsters, Inc.
Now the gator! Give me that sugar! Come here!
Get him on! Get that gator!
Her animation work can be found in both films, as well as in Brave, Ratatouille, A Bug's Life, and many more. Number 3. Why yarn?
I get asked that question a lot.
After you figure out what the message behind this short film is, you may wonder why the creator decided to portray her protagonist as a ball of yarn rather than, say, an actual human being. Considering that all of the other office workers are human, Pirl stands out even more because of her warm and fuzzy qualities.
And so I really got into this idea of yarn being this thing that could change itself.
Writer and director Kristen Lester says that she was inspired by her own hobby of yarn bombing, a type of street art that involves displaying knitting and crocheting projects in a public setting, often with social and political intentions.
Why do spiders weave webs? 'Cause they don't know how to crochet!
Number 2. It's about workplace sexism.
It's entry level, but your resume was by far the strongest. I'm sure you'll fit right in.
Though it's pretty clear if you've watched the film, Pirl's feelings as an outsider at her new job are representative of the more universal issue of workplace sexism.
Did you see they hired a ball of you?
Mashable writer Proma Khosla called it, quote, a transparent allegory for women trying to break the glass ceiling in corporate culture.
Oh, guys, let's bring finance in and knit our strategies together.
What? Nah, you're being too soft. We gotta be aggressive. Yeah, we gotta be aggressive.
The feminist message is pretty overt, but it's also about diversity in general. Once the office environment changes, there are also people of color among the business's employees. Fast Company's Casey Affiney even went as far as saying that Pirl should be, quote, the new workplace sensitivity training video for certain startups and corporations. Hey, that's not a bad idea. Number 1. It's inspired by the creator's own experience.
In order to do the thing that I loved, I sort of became one of the guys.
Pirl tells an all-too-familiar story, and it probably comes as little surprise to learn that writer and director Kristen Lester created the short based on her own experiences.
Hey guys, this is Lacey.
In a behind-the-scenes video, she details her sources of inspiration, which also include 80s films like Working Girl and 9 to 5.
Hey, we've come this far, haven't we? This is just the beginning.
And here's to the beginning!
I'll drink to that.
Anyone who's been following Pixar in the news will know that the company hasn't been unscathed by the Me Too movement, with executive producer John Lasseter leaving the company after allegations of sexual misconduct. It's fitting then that Pirl takes Pixar's animation in a fantastic new direction, leaving us with high hopes for the future of the series and the company. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from Ms. Mojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.